Hi everyone, welcome to today's class. Today we are going to discuss about the topic called electronic spreadsheet. Under electronic spreadsheet, we are going to see some of the subtopics like active cell, range of cells, column range, row range, worksheet, row and column range, entering data, and mathematical operators used in the formula. So in that we will move on to the first topic, that is active cell. Active cell, it is in a spreadsheet, the cell is the place where we enter the data. So it is the place where we can enter the data, that is only known as cell. Before you enter any data in the cell, you need to select the cell first. So in order to select the cell, you need to place a cursor inside the cell. So when we position the mouse cursor on a cell, it will get selected and it is ready to take the data from the user. This selected cell or this activated cell is otherwise called as active cell. So here you can see one example. Here the cell A1 is selected, column letter A and row number 1. Together it is selected here, that is called as selected cell or activated cell, that is otherwise called as active cell. This cell address always will be indicated in the name box, that is located in the formula bar. So in the name box, the cell reference or cell address is going to be displayed. So this cell is only known as active cell. So it is always highlighted with a thick border. So here you have seen like it is always selected with thick border. All the other cells and are not selected with a thick border. So that thick border only indicating that it is an activated cell. So the address of this active cell is displayed in the name box. The following figure, that is A1, shows the active cell in the worksheet. So here we have seen that active cell. Next is active cell selection. So how you can select the active cell, using which keys and all we can select the active cell or we can move the active cell. So active cell in a worksheet can be moved or it can be selected by the key or combination of keys. So what keys and all we are going to use for moving this active cell? So arrow keys. So we have around 4 arrow keys in the keyboard, that is left arrow, top arrow, right arrow, bottom arrow. So this arrow keys are used to move a single cell in a arrow direction. That is, if you are pressing this left arrow, the cell will be moved to left side direction. For example, if you are in cell B2, it will be automatically moved to B1 cell if you are pressing this left arrow key. Okay, so like that all the other arrow keys will move on to the next adjacent cell according to its direction. Next is control plus arrow keys. Control plus arrow keys, it moves the cells to the end of the data range in a particular direction. Next one is home key. It moves to column A along the row where the active cell is. It will be moving to the column A only always, along which row it was in, along which row the active cell was in. Okay. So next is control plus home key. It moves the cell to A1 position. It will be moving to the starting cell address, that is A1. Initially the default cell address will be, selected cell address will be always A1 only. So it will be moving to the cell A1 position when you are pressing this control plus home key. Control plus end key, simultaneously if you are pressing control key and end key, then it will move to bottom right cell of the data range. Next is page up key. Page up key, it moves the worksheet one screen up. Normally one screen will be consisting of, according to laptop or desktop computer if you take, it will be having around 24 cells in one screen. So page up will move to, if you are in 25th or 26th cell, if you are currently typing 25th cell and 26th cell, then automatically it will be taking us to 1 to 24 page, that is it moves the worksheet one screen up. Then page down key, it moves the worksheet one screen down. So like that it will be working. All these arrow keys will be, all these keys will be working in order to move the active cell in a worksheet. Next is range of cells. The block of adjacent cells in a worksheet which is highlighted or selected is called a range of cells. Here you can see the example column range and here you can see row range. So block of adjacent, that is nearby cells in a worksheet in a continuous way, it should be selected. So that block of cells only is known as selected cells or highlighted cells only known as range of cells. Next is column range. The column range is the number of cells spread across the column. So here you can see the number of cells spread across the column. So here one particular only one column is chosen, that is C. Column letter C only chosen. Likewise any column letter you can take. So if that particular column will consist of a group of adjacent cells, that will make a column range. So here the cell C, it is starting from cell address C2, it is going up to C7. So you have selected from cell C2 to C7. This entire group of cells, adjacent cells corresponding to the column is known as column range. So number of cells spread across the column is known as column range. The cell address is represented by single column letter, and it will be having multiple row numbers in a sequence, that is in continuous order. Then in this example, the column letter C is a constant with rows varying from 2 to 7. So here you have seen it is starting with letter C and 2, and it is going up to C to 7. So here column letter C is constant and the row numbers only are varying. So if column is constant and number of rows are varying, then it is called the column range. So here C2 to C7 consist of range of cells. C2 colon and C7 also we can represent. The range of cells can be represented by using this operator colon. So instead of separating the cells C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, we can directly write like this also, C2 colon C7 to represent the range of cells. So here the same example diagram is given, C2 to C7. This is example for column range. Next is row range. Is the number of cells spread across the row. So here row number will be constant and the column letters will be varying. So B to D it is varying. Range of cells starts in B3 cell and it ends in B3. So here 3 is row is fixed one and column letters and all varying here. So this range of cells consisting of the cells namely B3, C3 and D3. We can write like this also, B3 that is starting cell, and we can represent finally the ending cell along with the operator colon. Okay, so B3 colon D3 also will represents the range of cells B3 to D3. So here B3 starting cell and D3 is ending cell. So according to row, corresponding to row number 3, we have selected the range of cells, group of cells. So it is known as row range. Next, row and column range. So together row and column, group of rows and columns together if you are selecting, then that will be forming a row and column range. It is a number of cells spread across the row and columns. So it is not specifically spreading across row alone or column alone. It is spreading across the row and column together. So it is known as row and column range. So it will be forming a matrix format or a tabular format. So this range is a matrix with a number of rows and number of columns. So here the range is starting in cell B2 and end in cell C7. You can see here the diagram. It is starting at the cell B2 and it is ending at the cell C7. So it is having a group of cells, number of cells ranging from B2 to C7, consisting of row spreading across the row also, and also in a row wise also it is spreading and column wise also it is spreading. So it is known as row and column range. It is forming a matrix or it is forming a tabular format. Next is entering data. So how we can enter the data? Before we enter any data in the cell, we need to select the cell. Cell can be selected by positioning the pointer in the cell. We need to place the pointer, mouse pointer in the cell. The data to be entered can be the label. So that may be a text. Label can be otherwise called as text. Text value, that is letter or alphabets that you can enter, and the values. Values means any numerical value we can enter, and the formula, that is a combination of letters or constants with the operators, mathematical operators, and with the equal to symbol only making the formula. So first we will move on to label. So what is label? What kind of data we can enter? Label, value and formula we can enter in the spreadsheet. So first one, label. Label is the any text entered by using a keyboard. So using keyboard only normally we will enter the text. So it may be combined, it may combine with letters or numbers. A text may be followed by letters. First it should start with letter and followed by number, and it may consist of special symbols also. So by default this labels, that is any text values are left aligned. All the text values when you are entering in the cell, it will be automatically or defaultly will be left aligned. So left side here you can see the example when you are entering some text values or labels. Text values are always called as labels. So here whenever you enter any values in a text format, that is going to be aligned in the left side. Defaultly it is going to be aligned in every cell in a left side direction. But if you take values, that is numbers, always it is going to be aligned at the right side of the cell, right edge of the cell only it is aligned. So it is taking right alignment default, and the labels are taking left alignment by default. Numbers are taking right alignment. So the numerical data consisting of only numbers are called values. By default, values are right aligned. Here we have seen all the values are right aligned. So the value will be taking in the following format, that is integer, decimal, integer value example 58, decimal, we will be having a decimal point in between the number, and fractional point, it will be having division symbol, percentage symbol will be there with the number, and scientific always will be having e plus, exponent plus or minus, then date. So date will be consisting of month, date and year, and then time or minute, second, like that it will be represented, and then currency. So like that we have different types of values also we can represent in the inside the spreadsheet, and then formula. So this is also one of the data we can enter inside the cell. So any expression that begins with equal to and it is treated as formula. So any expression if you are writing, for example 3 plus 4, if it is starting with the letter with the symbol equal to, then it is treated as formula, or equal to a plus b. So like that any expressions if you are writing with the equal to symbol, then it is known as formula. In the expression, the equal to is followed by values, or it may be having a cell address, and functions are called as formulas. When a formula is entered in a cell in a worksheet, the value of the equation is displayed in the cell. So whenever you enter the formula's value is going to be displayed inside the cell, and the formula is shown in the formula bar. So you can see the formula once you press the enter key after typing the formula. If you want to see the value or result will be in the corresponding cell where you have entered the formula. That formula will be in the formula bar once you got the result. Next, when you are entering the data, the values do not display the preceding 0. So whenever you enter any value, for example if you are typing your phone number preceded by 0, the 0 will not be displayed if that number is going to be in the type of number data type. So you need to change that value to text data type. So if any value like phone numbers preceded by 0, then the first letter 0 will not be displayed when the data is in value data type. So you need to change that. If you want to show that preceding 0, then the data type has to be specified as text data type. Next one, getting the total value of cells A1 and B1 into cell C1. This is one simple example. When you are entering a value in cell A1 and in cell B4, and if you type the equation, that is formula in cell C1, like equal to A1 star B1. If you are typing the formula, that is equal to A1 star B1 in cell C by selecting this cell B, C, C1, and you are typing the formula as equal to A1 star B1. So A1 star B1 means what it will do? Here A1 is representing the cell address. A1 is having the value 5 and B1 is having the value 4. These two values are going to be multiplied and the result is going to be assigned in the selected cell C. So you are typing, initially you are typing the formula here only. Once you press enter key, automatically the value will get displayed in the selected cell and the formula is going to be displayed in the formula bar. Next is mathematical operators used in the formula. So what type of mathematical operators normally supported in the formula? So plus symbol, minus symbol, multiplication, division, these are all used for arithmetical operations. So LibreOffice Calc, it will use standard operators like this, plus, minus, star, division for arithmetic operation. So normally when you do arithmetic operations or mathematical work, so you need to follow the operator precedence. So which operator need to be given highest priority, which is given least priority, we need to know. So plus, minus, multiplication, division, exponentiation, that is power operator. So like that we have around 5 operators normally for basic operations. So for operator precedence will be, first we need to give the highest priority to the parenthesis. Whenever you have any expression or formula with parenthesis symbol, that should be solved first or evaluated first. And then second precedence should be given to the power operator or exponentiation operator. Then only we need to go for this multiplication and division. And then both are in equal priority level only, multiplication and division. So you need to follow when both operators are available according to that is near to each other. So you need to evaluate from left to right side direction. Then fourth precedence will be for plus and minus. If both operators are represented inside the parentheses, you need to follow from left to right order, that is left to right associativity you need to follow in order to evaluate the expression. So LibreOffice Calc, it uses standard operators like plus, minus, multiplication, division in a formula. The order of evaluation can be changed by using the brackets. Whenever you use brackets, according to that, the order of evaluation will get changed. Simple calculations using formulas, using values and operators. More than one mathematical operator can be included in the formula. So how to evaluate the operators in order, we will see one example here. So here addition is performed with the formula equal to 23 plus 6. So 23 plus 6, normally it will give the result as 29. So here when you use 23 and plus 6, it should be preceded by equal to symbol. Then subtraction 0 minus 6, it will give defaultly minus 6 only. And 9 star 6 will give the answer as 54. And 88 by 8 will give the answer as 11. And 2 power 5 will give the answer as 32. That is 2 can be multiplied 5 times, or else 2 power 5 will give the answer as 32. And next we will see one formula with all the operators. So 4 plus 5 equal to 4 plus 5 star 3. Here which is having highest priority, star is having highest priority, then this plus. So we need to solve this 5 star 3 first. So 5 multiplication 3 will give the answer as 15. 5 3s are 15. So 15 plus 4, what will be the answer? 19. So here if you look at here, plus is having less priority than star. But if you consider this bracket, but if you look at here, the bracket is having, that is parenthesis is having higher priority than these two operators. So you need to evaluate whatever operators is placed inside the parenthesis, that you need to solve first. So 4 plus 5 will give the answer as 9. 9 star 3, that is 9 multiplication 3 will give the answer as 27. So next is 5 star 4 cap 2, that is power 2. So here star and power, if you consider, power is having higher priority than the star. So 4 power 2 is evaluated first. So 4 power 2 is 16. So 5 into 16 is 80. Next is 5 star 4 cap 2. Here if you consider the star and power only having higher priority, but here another operators are also used, that is parenthesis or bracket. So if you consider this bracket, that is only having higher priority, so you need to evaluate this 5 star 4. So it will give 20 as answer. 20 power 2 will give the answer as 400. So 20 into 20, 400. 2 times you need to multiply the 20. Next is 4 by 4 power 2. So power only having higher priority, but it is this 4 by 4 is mentioned inside this parenthesis. You need to evaluate this one first. So 2 power 2 is gives the answer as 4. Next 16 by 4 power 2. So here division and cap is there, that is power operator is there, but this power operator is mentioned inside the parenthesis. So you evaluate this 4 power 2 first. So 16 it will give. So 16 by 16 will give the answer as 1. So like this you need to evaluate any kind of formula according to the priority of operators. So here you have seen the priority of operators. According to that you need to evaluate any given expressions. So with this, today we will wind up the class. Thank you.